Welcome back to Let's Play DDO Permadeath. If you didn't see the last video, it was interesting, so you should go back and watch that first. Because this is the Postmortem video for my dead Tempest Ranger. Made it to level 12, was going fairly well. Nearly halfway to the XP for level 20. And then got taken apart in the end fight of Slavers. So let's talk about that end fight for a minute. So clearly I made a real mess of that final fight, which is part of why I got killed. I'd forgotten that you get trapped in the end room. Clearly I was talking on the video about running back through the traps, running away from the boss, as I had done with the previous Mind Flayer. Obviously going into the end fight I was very worried by the second of the 3 Mind Flayers that I'd already fought. That fight was very tough because I kept getting held and dominated by the Mind Flayer, so I went into the final fight very worried about that. I'd kind of forgotten that there were 4 ogres in that room. I was expecting more Wildmen turncoats. So I made a couple of mistakes. Obviously my goal was to try and take down the boss as soon as possible, so I didn't get held while 4 ogres attacked me. But unfortunately, standing around shooting the boss while 4 ogres attacked me was pretty much just as bad. And then I got held anyway because my will save is 6, which has been a running problem for this character, of course. The other problem is that I was very slow at the very start of the fight. I didn't have my bow out because I wasn't expecting to have the ogres there, and I was expecting I might just run away and pull them through the trap. And I failed to target the boss immediately, and once the ogres were between me and the boss, I was cycling through enemies, getting him targeted. So clearly I played it badly and turned it into an almost certain death. However, it's interesting that even if I'd played it well, the odds are the boss would have held me because my will save was 6. So there may not have been much I could do, really. Actually, am I wearing... Oh, I haven't got my resistance item on there. I did have it on in the quest, I think. I should go back and check the video. Maybe I didn't have it on. That would be another reason why it was going badly. Anyway, no, I probably took it off when I recalled to put my power item on. I'm not sure, though. So yeah, my will save is pretty bad for this level, particularly in a level 10 quest on hard. Will save at 9 is not going to meet the DC very often. So probably there was no safe way out of that fight because my AC is not very high either, so as soon as I get held, the ogres are going to knock me out pretty fast. So I think, well, that's clearly it for this character. It's a Permadeath guy, so I'll be deleting the character just after this. I don't think I'll be playing a Tempest Ranger again. It obviously just doesn't suit my playstyle. Certainly not for solo. The low defenses, low will save obviously just doesn't work for the types of quests that I like to do when I'm soloing. Clearly I could have got this guy much further if I'd avoided stuff with Mind Flayers in, for instance, since they're clearly going to be doing a lot of will attacks. But, you know, I like the quests that I like playing, and I pretty much play the same quests on every character. The other problem this guy had in that end fight is his crowd control is very limited, of course. I've got trip and stun, so if there were 2 ogres I'd have been okay, but with 4 ogres I can't stop them all while I'm busy fighting the boss. Which is okay if you have a character with good defenses that can afford to have a bunch of guys hammering away while he's busy fighting. But not so much on this guy, and as expected, I guess, the low defenses and the fact that I couldn't heal very fast meant that as soon as I got into a fight with a lot of incoming damage, I was in very bad trouble. I still think that for a ranger, that the Tempest Ranger is still probably the best of the soloing builds. However, it clearly doesn't work for me, which is... I mean, other people seem to make it work better. I've seen several people in the guild that do have high-level rangers that kept them alive all the way. but maybe it just doesn't work for my playstyle. It may also be that I'm being too ambitious. I'm basically trying to do everything level, or trying to get through all the content levels 1 through 13, playing on hard. And I don't do every quest. Obviously I've done a pretty high proportion of the quests on this guy. And he's had a very long run of doing things hard or elite. But I don't do everything, but I have a large set of quests I try and do. I don't do just the high XP quests. Maybe it's just a bit too ambitious, at least for some of the builds that I'm trying. If you're playing Monk, which is almost God mode, then maybe it's a bit different. Monk I've got through much more content on. Alright, that's it I think. I'll be deleting this character in a bit. I will probably continue with a new series of videos for a new Permadeath character, which will be a new playlist on my YouTube account, so stay subscribed if you want to see that. There will be a separate playlist though. You can also go back and look at the playlists for my previous Permadeath soloists that are also on YouTube. I may not start the new playlist immediately. That might be... I might wait until next week to do that. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.